giá promotion đi.
Bán cho em thì làm sao mọi người có cơ hội được thưởng thức.
Mình phải canh me cái này không à?
Cái ăn hết đâu mình từ từ.
Không có, nó sẽ ăn từ từ em. Cắt không mà nó cũng
Nó không có ăn, nó mùi cho con mèo nó ăn.
Mèo
Vậy
không
hả?
ăn, mèo không ăn bò. Mèo nó ăn cá nục.
Mẹ ăn cá bên ăn mèo.
Rồi, ok.
Không, con mèo nó chỉ ăn bánh chưng thôi.
Trời ơi chị, sáng vô ngồi cái là quần bằng con mèo không chị?
Có không?
Bữa đó chị bắt thời gian 2-3 nhúm đó.
Có 2-3 nhúm chứ mấy.
The thing is that when Vietnamese see this type of meat with a lot of
So
wastage,
what?
they get panic.
What
By
use
nature,
for what?
huh? This one you can actually make it into steaks or something.
Steaks, yeah.
Right? And if you look at the marbling, it's really, really good. Chuck roll is one of the best marbled piece of meat.
Because
you
it's
talk-
connected to the head.
yeah. The thing with marbling will come from the forequarter.
Yeah.
Right? The chuck, the Japanese, when they buy wagyu, they always buy it from the forequarter. Only the Asian people like us in Vietnam, Singapore, Asia, they will buy tenderloin, they will buy strip loin. But Japanese, if you go to a Japanese butcher, these are the cuts they use.
Chưa có chín mà mình
Right? You can look at the marbling, it's very, very good. Yeah?
Phụ mẹ thôi mình.
Cái này nè, mấy cái gia vị thảo quả nấu lên, nước cốt đặc, beef stock, bỏ nước vô, bỏ nước thảo quả, rồi bỏ đèn vô giống thêm cái hộp.
Let her talk. Chitom knows a lot about beef, don't worry.
Bữa chị làm mà phải không? Chị không có quay đi
Chị chỉ mua cái này đi, còn mua Marobon về nấu.
Trời chị Thông cũng
Trời ơi, Merobon,
Marabon chị thôi mua rồi mà.
lắm.
Đang đợi
Thì mua xương bò.
cái bò cắp về.
Chị nấu bún bò em quen mà.
mình mới chỉ chờ
Bánh
thôi,
bò
chị
hay?
Phương, chị Phong.
Dạ, chị đi mua cái này.
You see this beef, is very, very good. See, Alright. And it's so safe, I will do it for you.
Ba trái.
Trời ơi. Mình.
Sashimi!
Cái thằng Minh nữa.
Không mà đúng là cái bò á, thường là những người mà người ta biết là vậy á, em thấy mấy
So if we want
mấy người
steak,
ăn sống.
Em thấy không, màu nó đát nè. Nó đát nè. Nó đỏ, nó đát nè.
we can have the steak.
Wow. Cái này chắc lát nữa
Hey,
nó
but
sẽ
you only
đỏ
do it
lại
with
cái
Australian beef, You don't do it
Anh
with
Lộc chắc chín rồi đó anh Lộc.
So all of this you have to look at which way the grain runs and cut it to give you always cutting across the grain. So you can see that you take a piece of meat that will give you a beautiful texture, and you'll always get a beautiful texture from this cut. And then you cut it. So if you want to go thicker, you can go thicker. You can go thinner if you want for hot pot. So we don't always have to have a great big piece of meat. We can also have a smaller piece when we're going to slice that meat. So we always cut across the grain and get a beautiful texture in that meat. So this here would not be wasted. All of this here, the only part that is wasted or would go for wet cooking is this part here and the tail end of this piece
Đừng có
here.
cắt mỏng quá nhanh Lộc.
All the rest.
Dày lên chút nhanh Lộc.
All the rest here is very, very high profit area for you. So that is a bonus if you put whatever. It's not, yes, it does increase your cost, but it would not increase it dramatically to what you can put onto here in terms of the pricing of that meat.
So,
So
have the name for this cut or this cut like
I can get with you later and I'll dig it out and I'll show you exactly what.
Yeah.
I want to make sure if I'm telling you the Denver cut, I want to make sure you got the right name for that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
and you will give to me within.
As soon as I finish here, I'll give
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah. So that is the.
Anh Lộc từ từ anh Lộc.
What was this called?
Sorry.
What was this cut of meat called? I've forgotten. What's it called?
What?
What's this meat called?
Chuck roll.
That's it, chuck roll.
Yeah.
So chuck roll, you can see, very heavily marbled, beautiful piece of meat. But if you slice it in a great big piece, it with the muscles running in different directions. See here, this one, this way. Underneath will go this way. So we have to separate the muscles to get that. See through that natural seam that's there? Natural seam there. Very, very easy.
For all the cut, we have to separate all the muscle.
It is best for the restaurant to separate. You would not separate it, but when they order the product for them, it's best to separate it to make sure you get all the muscles running in one direction and slice. Because if I slice this through here, that would be tender, that would be tough underneath. So to separate, we take that off, we slice this, and then we slice that this way, and we get tenderness. But join them together and slice it through, tender, tough. Because this one we're cutting it with the grain. Okay?
Okay.
So that is the, what was that called again? Chuck roll, right?
Yeah.
Chuck roll.
So this cut we can use for the steak.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hút qua bên này đi nào.
Yes, we would.
Selling people.
We serve to you. Anh ấy.
I'll leave that one there.
Yes.
I'll leave that one there. This one here would be, we would separate and go for stir fry. Like, no, it's gone. The small one. Remember the small one I cut? We'd go for that. So,
Rice here.
no.
We do it. Yeah.
This here, by the time you take all that connective tissue, see the texture, the marbling is still there.
Em nói looking for the woman to work in there and will be volunteers.
You want a volunteer for MLA?
MLA.
You wouldn't want to work with them.
No, very hard to work with them. So to go back to your question, all we have to do is see what we want. We get the right size, and then we cut the meat to fit that size of whatever you want to do with that. So, yeah, sure. So if we want meat for, put that one there. And I'll look at this meat here. So if we want for shabu shabu, we maybe just be able to get out of that. So I would go there, cut that there. I then look at the height, and the height is just a little bit high. So what I would do then is I would take the slice here. Piece of fat there, eh? I'll take that fat off there. So now I've got that piece of meat to be the size I want it to be. It could be a little bit longer, but I've now got that to the size, and I would cut it that thick.
This chuck roll can put in the roasting.
Yeah.
Roasting beautiful.
You try that day, I'm glad you eat. Right?
We can roasting all of
I should ask
chocolate.
you to bring me some binder.
Amir, we can roasting whole chocolate.
Why not? Sorry, hang on.
Why you use this knife?
So you need different knives for doing different cutting. This knife here, I cannot bend. This one here,
Can bend.
this one here bends very much. See? See how much that bends? So you need different knives for cutting different things. So this one here, if I want to get the cutting, I get better cutting with this knife.
You always dream to be a butcher, I don't know. Always say I don't want to see to be a butcher. When people cut, you should be there. You should be there.
But see, now this meat is becoming, it's been out of the chiller, and it's becoming harder to cut because it's becoming quite warm. So you can see there, we get the right size. Okay? So it's a matter of what you want to do with this and whether you're going to roast it or you're going to do it for steaks or whether you're going to go into small, like a karubi for barbecue. Karubi is Japanese for barbecue.
Korean?
But then,
Korean barbecue?
Karubi
Karubi?
is Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
So you can see there from the cuts of meat, if we took this shiny skin off in Australia, you would lose more weight and more wheat. So that's why we leave it there to hold the moisture in.
It is very tough.
It's very tough.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cưa em cứ cưa
You want me
vì
to
cưa này
cook
em
some
cứ
for
thịt
you?
thôi đúng không? Cái chất tôm này em
I thought you might.
em bán cái thịt thôi đúng không?
Okay.
Đúng không?
Yeah.
So that is the
Cái này hàng
chuck
nóng
roll.
không?
Chuck roll.
Hoặc là đông bỏ trong chiêu cho nó thành chiêu.
Bring the left shoulder.